reality. Would you do? How you doing? This is going to be my episode recap of The Real Housewives of Potomac, Meditation Nation, Season 9, Episode 9. So the episode opens up and we're still at Wendy's 40th birthday party, and Wendy, I guess, didn't get it because she's never had a party on here. But to just make this about Mia is really foolish. Now, I must say that the production team is doing a much better job. But at the same time, no one wants to see them arguing at this lady's 40th birthday party in such a lovely venue space, or if that's Wendy's home. I've heard some people say it was Wendy's home, but I thought she went somewhere. But that's neither here nor there. The point is, yes, you have to bring the drama because she's making this an event for the show. But at the same time, this right here could have waited, especially that boring ass scene with Ashley and Stacy. So they're still talking about who's the fathers of Mia's children. Now, Mia know damn well that the implication was there that it was Ink's baby, because for the simple fact that that was the question at the reunion. That's what was brought up at the reunion. That's what the damn her storyline has been about, the trifecta. And so, of course, the audience plus the people at the table are going to naturally assume that she's talking about Ink, which the bitch probably was. If I know Mia manipulative, cunning ass, that's exactly who she was talking about. And she gonna put her spin on it and say that she was talking about her ex-husband's child. We all know, if you watched that gremlin come on the show, then you know that she has several fathers. I mean, hey, an alleged father, Gordon, and baby daddy number 1. So, now let's just keep this in mind. Now, mind you, she said she never left Ink alone. But she dropping it low and spreading it wide with Ink while she was married to the first husband as well. See, I got questions. I hadn't heard any content creator ask that question. Shout out to Mama Wanda over there on Love, Marriage, Hospital. She said questions. So Mia tries to get them off her crater face back, and she says, I got craters in my skin, and my skin is very holy. So how do I know some of y'all won't try to jump in my skin? I'm joking. Holes on her face so big you can jump around and like Peppa Pig. Jumping up and down in muddy puddles. I thought about that because my kids, those puddles when they get together, and the small ones, they look like little holes, the holes in her face. We can call her muddy waters. Child, it's so many things you can say about that bad skin, and then she's always talking about somebody, which we about to find out at the end of the show. So Jacqueline, her little puppet, tries to run in behind her as she normally does. You stay over there. You never have my back. Isn't that what you brought her back to the show for? To always have your back and stand in your shit, and even if you're wrong? Girl, you don't want friends. You want puppets. And you don't have that kind of pull to have puppets. Shout out to Giselle. That's Giselle that could have a puppet. As a matter of fact, you won it one time. So we're trying to get Jacqueline. We're trying to get Stacy to say that she's being a dumbass. It's like, look, girl, men change when it's time for voice. My husband is successful. I know the man you married. Yeah, you know the man you married. You don't know the man that you're divorcing. Okay? This is a damn patriarchy, okay? And I can assure you that the only person that did it right up in these YouTube and Potomac and Housewives streets was Sunstrike. If you want to know the guide to how to be a great divorced wife, Go over there. And look at them $300,000 paychecks that she get a month. Look over there. That's what look. Just saying. But anyway, so it's time to talk to Giselle. And Giselle was like, yeah, I'm letting you know. I mean, Jamal took me down through there. Yeah, Jamal has several children. And all them baby mamas always end up in court because there's one over there in court right now. Shout out to Jamie, that's me. He right over there on her channel. She's right over there on her channel trying to collect her child support. Or he was dropping them babies off at every church he preaches at. I don't have respect for preachers. Don't come for me. I understand for you. I'm just telling you. Not one. All of them. Jackleg to me. It's my opinion. Shout out to Tamara. So Eddie's beautiful sister, who looks just like him, is finally introduced to the children. This is straight foolishness. And like I said, while I appreciate culture and I wish we still had ours, okay? My DNA heritage is from the Ivory Coast. And I don't know what the traditions are in the Ivory Coast, but I tell you what, that's one thing, it's certain things that you could say that's good about America. It's a blending of cultures here. And that's one thing that I don't agree with people taking away from their traditions. Those old traditions where you can say, well, you weren't from my tribe, so I'm going to alienate you. Now, when you come to America, you are of the Negro American tribe. And that's it. That is it. And the main thing to do when you get here, even if you're in a warring tribe, is stick together. Because that's what happened through slavery. You think Master cared about if you were from Nigeria and what your traditions were in Nigeria? Nope. Didn't care one bit. So the cultures blended once you got to America. So how about using some of this America, Jack? Shout out to coming to America. So, and you will see that you will regret using some of those old cultures that you brought across the seas because you're first generation. Child, bye. Leave that over there. At least that part. Now, the food, bring that with you. But that shit about you married somebody outside the tribe and all that other shit, leave that over there. Because Wynn is a beautiful woman, very successful. So, at least the children, y'all could have had more sense than that. Maybe those adults, they bullshit, but the children, y'all could have done better. Do better, okay? Don't let another 13 years go by before you hanging out with Carter Cruz and Lil Cam. Because those kids are very smart. Just from what I see, they're learning their Nigerian heritage and through Wendy's family. Wendy's family, not yours. Because Eddie can't speak Nigerian. Okay? Just remember that. Just saying. Oh, by the way, through this party right here, I found out that Eddie was an alpha. Because in deleted scenes, Eddie gets with his frat brothers and when he gets with her sorority sister, not Giselle. Not Giselle, her sorority sister. I mean, Giselle is her sorority sister, but I'm just saying. More of her tribe, if you will. Hint, hint. And baby, that when they got the step, woo, baby, I love to see. Now, while that wasn't my ministry, I love to see AKA straw. I love it. What's that straw they do? I think of. Told you I was gonna think of. And I don't know if they use that music or not because of course they cut the music out. That set it out straw. Set it out. Set it out. Set it out. Set it out to the right, and then they hit that. That two clap. Oh baby, love it. Love it. So next thing we have Grace and Giselle, and they're talking, and a cute scene, by the way. They're getting ice cream, and they're talking about her father, and in future episode, they're going to show Giselle having difficulties with the will. I've been there because my grandmother had land from here to the next town over, and only one person is in charge of it, and it's air property. So I've always had some issue with that because she signed the paperwork and gave that person power of attorney while she was in a demented state. She had Alzheimer's. So it's no way that my grandmother would have signed over 90 acres of land to one child. I don't believe it. I don't receive it. And I know my grandmother. And as a matter of fact, just to throw in a little something, I had a dream about her telling me, you got to get what's rightfully yours. Why would she come to me in a dream and tell me that if that was, her actual wishes? So, yeah. Anyway, it must be a situation where he remarried or something like that. But it's something. It's something else, because this is gonna make it seem like a step situation in that family, because it's a blended family. It's going to start receiving stuff that blood relatives to my grandmother is entitled to. I'm just saying. But anyway, they're talking about Angel and Adore, and at this point, Angel and Adore haven't gone to college yet, but they decide to go to separate colleges, which is great, but I didn't think they would go like that. I think one went to Hamilton and one went to Spelman. So that was kind of odd that they separated so far apart. I probably would have been like, girl, you go to Howard and I go to Hampton. So you don't sound like that. Or either, girl, you go to Clark and I'll go to Spelman. They don't sound like that. Where to go? Same coast, but far apart. It's man. And then Grace is that family, so she was like, well, Mom, I did pretty good, but things could have been different because Grandpa passed and I wasn't here. And then she said, well, I feel like we're closer. And baby, I think this was leading up to the final scene, because Giselle and her girls are just what it is. Okay, I love seeing them together. I wish Grace would stop wearing that pancake 52. But it's hard to blend your skin when you have a mental thing going on, because you come out chocolate brown. Yeah, mama's like right damn near white. And you think that wearing the makeup, in my opinion, would kind of put you in closer proximity to what your mother is. Don't do that. Don't do that. So then we have Ashley and the president and vice president of Michael Darby Enterprises scooting their little nasty asses across that counter again. Ooh, something about that just give me the damn heebie-jeebies. I cannot stand it. And so Ashley is talking about how things are going with the gremlin and herself, and she was like, well, she knows she's in for a fight because the mediation didn't go well. What did you think was going to happen? Like with Giselle, this man has other children. So the older children deserve to get what's theirs as well. And I am so blessed that my maternal grandmother was good to her stepchildren. It's just what it was. Because she knew and understood that Gillespie property was Gillespie property. And you don't come in as a step parent and just remove everything from children that are not yours. Everything should be shared. And she taught my mother the same way, even though my mother didn't have any stepchildren. had I had stepchildren, I would have been that way. And even though my children's father and I weren't married, I felt like as a mature adult that we were a blended family because we shared children with one person and he's no longer with us. So my thought was to honor his wishes and bring all of his children's mothers together so the children couldn't be a family. But hey, it didn't work out like that. But at the same time, Ashley does have to consider that because Michael has children that's older than she is. So, you have to have something there for them. Don't be that greedy and just think of you and your kids, the president and vice president. I mean, they have a future. You probably are the one with the youngest children, like I am. And so, just do the thing fairly. Yeah, you deserve something because you put up with a lot to lay up under that slimy gremlin and make children with. But at the same time as well, he has other obligations. You don't get everything, sis. Stop. You and your forehead. That's what you're on the show for, so you can work. Then we find out that he doesn't want her to mention him on the show. So, I hadn't thought about you since you left. Other than wanting your ass to go to jail for grabbing on people's ass. So, we're good. Stacey. Yeah, Stacey talks like Ed Sullivan to me. If you know, you know. And now she finds out that old boy is just like Giselle said. The motherfucker got cases and damn service accounts she didn't have a clue about. Then Wendy admitted, wait a minute, holla. Now Wendy is a damn professor. Dr. Wendy to you, sweetie. And her ass over there had to take care of all the bills and shit. Boy, I tell you one thing for sure. Women think that's something. They think that's cute when a man taking care of the bill. Now, that one thing Giselle spoke up about, preacher or no preacher. I knew what money was. I knew where the money reside. I knew where the money reside. That's right. Then we get a scene. A cringy ass scene with KeiARNA and that dude. Kim, I love you like a step baby cousin, but I don't like your dude. You over there taking them, they asses lunch. He telling you he'll marry you when you act right like you his child and you're not old enough to be his child. Or not young enough to be his child. Y'all only 5-6 years apart, so he can kick rocks. You are a successful business owner working with a dude that works at a nonprofit. While I salute people who work in nonprofits, I was a social worker, field social worker, but because I don't have nothing but love for the social workers. You have to love it because it ain't for the money. I noticed something. Jobs and professions where you have the most vulnerable in your hands, like teachers and social workers and nurses and shit. Well, nurses get paid more than social workers, actually. So we're going to leave y'all out. Social workers and teachers, and caseworkers, we just get mistreated in this America. Because, yeah, we have the most vulnerable and we are the ones who are rearing America and get paid the least. Well, that's just how America rolls. How they roll. But anyway, so there's that. I think that social workers and teachers should start with 100,000, 6 figures. In Mississippi, the max salary for a social worker, and that's one with the MSW. I'm giving you what I know to be true. 55,000. Even though 55,000 in America, in southern Southeast America, where we live, is comfortable, but no, it's still not a lot of money. But yeah, I'm not liking Greg. Move right along. Let's get to the last thing, which is where we want to go. We have Ashley. And Ashley decided she was going to scale a building for charity. Shout out to Ashley for scaling a building for charity. Couldn't be me. Nope. Everybody's looking up at her ass thinking, what the hell was she thinking? Oh, did y'all see Arabella and Cam? Oh, that was so sweet. I love the kids. But anyway, it looked like their little sisters, like they had been knowing each other forever and not this year. And so Ashley asked to scale that building. I'm like, girl, yeah, you just got through saying you have to be there for your boy. That wasn't the way to do it. Don't do that shit no more. Don't do that no more. So then we get to Mia, and Mia is ready to let the hammer down. Sal, can I speak to you for a moment? And Giselle's like, okay. Well, I'm just going to get to the conversation. Well, you're talking about my parenting. When we were in the DR, your girls were sneaking boys in the house. She said, what? Huh? Yeah. But, and, talking about you and your parenting, you brought that to the show, number one. Number two, Gordon and your trifecta are the ones, including Jacqueline, with that bad ball. Somebody come snatch that bob off Jacqueline's head. Her head is too big for that. She look like Nanny McPhee with that bob on her head. All she needed was a mole. Girl, stop. That's neither here nor there. And so Giselle's like, okay, I got time to process. So Giselle is the Teresa Giudice of this show. Or Giudice. Giudice. However you want to pronounce it. You want to, because if you think about it, Giselle will marinate on the thing, because she marinated on that 17 years with Monique, and she came at her with everything she got until Monique was off the show. Mia, just because you got center flake, that don't mean that's a steady position. Remember, Giselle is still an OG. And you got to tread lightly when it comes to that one, because that one is cunning, baby. Now, when you were the participant of her victimizations with Candace and Wendy, it was all gravy. Now you decided to out her on an issue. See, if something was cut out, y'all need to show it to her. Because even though she had the right to come at Giselle with everything she had, because Giselle has come after children. She has. Boy, what Karen said in the with her dean, a collection of men and all this, that, and the third. She has no nerve to not understand that children are all women. Hilarious. Her trilogy of dudes just popping at the ceiling. Yeah, right? But anyway, all that said, that was not, I can see if y'all were talking about children being bad. Say, for example, had your daughter, Mia, was doing something, or one of your children were doing something, and Giselle's like, girl, your kids are bad. You don't need to. Now, the only thing she's talking about is what you brought to the show. And far be it from me, but I've been on Giselle's side twice this season. I almost throw up in my mouth a little bit. What is going on? But Giselle is right. You didn't have to bring that up at that moment. That had absolutely positively nothing to do with your whoredom. Right? And your trifecta of dudes. Your trilogy plus Jacqueline. Giselle, you shouldn't have had to. See, that's why I told y'all. Giselle can't read. Because she should have had one in the table. already. I would have been calling. From the stripper pole to the boardroom and back to the stripper pole. Might as well say landing low and spreading it wide for 3 people. Jacqueline, a possibility. Girl, bye. You and your big feet. Don't come for me and mine. So many things. And just sitting there and shop. Then gonna wait until get in a confessional and say, well, I got one for you. Girl, you should have let go right then. That's what you have to do to people like Cradle. Hold the skin. Golf ball. Girl, I would have been like, girl, I know you're not sitting there with your golf ball, paper towel face, trying to talk about my kids. Don't do that. Alright, girl, couldn't have been me. But anyway, I would have dragged her from here from Mississippi to Kingdom Come back to Potomac. And she would have been laying on her back with her big feet off from under the house, just like the Wicked Witch of the East. Shout out to Wicked. Child, go over there and watch that because it's a good movie. Anyway, I'm going to close. Come on in. Like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell button. You will be notified when I upload a video. Follow me on my various other platforms. Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat. And I said Twitter. I meant X. I keep forgetting to say X. And what's that other one? TikTok. I always do my previews on TikTok when they upload, child. That's a story of another color. And you can always cash out me at D, capital M, capital C, capital L, capital A, capital Y, capital Z, capital Y, capital T, capital Y on Cash App. And as I do when I close, like, share, comment, and subscribe. As I do when I close, I'm trying to come up. Deuces. Karen's over here letting her daughter gaslight her into believing that people aren't her friend because they want to discuss her issue. Girl, baby, I don't care. I'm hoping you holding your mama account. Because like I said, she almost ran over that Bambi in that screeching car. And she could have hurt somebody or herself. So, like I've been saying about Maurice over there on Love Marriage Huntsville, let's keep in mind now, drunk driving is very serious. And I don't really have a whole lot of respect for them. And even though we got to say allegedly for alleged purposes, it's hard to dispel evidence. Like that lady went over there at the beginning of this year and mailed that lady in Jackson. And she was from my hometown over there in Jackson. Boy, people from my hometown can barely drive in Jackson as it is. Yes, this is a 2-lane highway type of town. So when we get more than 1 lane, it's not good. And then she went over to Jackson and then mailed that lady. And they talking about manslaughter, my ass. When you get behind the wheel of a car and you drinking, to me, that is pre-fucking meditated. Okay? So she's only lucky she didn't hurt somebody. Okay, while she was acting like that how dry I am Stark from Bugs Bunny. I loaded toe. And he was so drunk he delivers the wrong babies all the time. I was speaking of that. Y'all remember when he delivered that gorilla baby to Bugs Bunny and his girlfriend? Boy, child, my childhood child. But anyway, Raven, stop gaslight your mama. And it's that other way of gaslight. Got her thinking that she innocent. And they're not your friends, yeah? Okay. Because somebody can't talk about her issue, that make them not her friends. Child back. It's your friend, Mom. I was like, her nerve.